Hello, I'm David Chaston with 9 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news the TPP negotiations at a really difficult stage. But first, in the US, economic growth accelerated in the second quarter to 2.3% as strong consumer spending offset the drag from weak business spending on equipment. Although the result was below analysts' expectations, the American economy has some clear and steady momentum, and that will bolster the Federal Reserve's goal of hiking their policy interest rates soon. The latest American unemployment benefit claims data for last week has showed a small rise, but this data is still near its cycle lows and won't worry the Fed. In Europe, an IMF official said the IMF wouldn't fund Greece without a debt relief pledge from other creditors. First it was Athens versus Germany, now it looks like it'll be the IMF versus Germany. In Hawaii, negotiators are becoming less confident that they can get a final deal by Friday's deadline because of differences over market access for agriculture. In almost every trade deal ever negotiated, freer access for farm products is almost always the final sticking point. In Europe, they can't wean themselves off parochial support measures either. They've just confirmed that they will continue subsidies for exporters of dairy produce, fruit and vegetables into next year to ease the impact of the Russian ban on those goods. In Sydney, the chairman of Aussie banking regulator APRA has made an insightful observation. The real disruption to the banking sector doesn't come from technology per se, he said, but from lower brand loyalty. Younger customers are increasingly willing to put their trust in the latest digital offerings, and when all institutions offer good service, brand doesn't matter. Convenience does. And another Aussie regulator signalled it will be issuing a critical review of bank lending practice into the investor sector. And staying in Australia, building consent levels have suffered their largest fall in nearly a year as a huge surge in high-density apartment building eased in June. In New York, the US Treasury 10-year yield benchmark is basically unchanged at 2.27%. The US oil price is just below $49 a barrel and Brent crude is at $53 a barrel, basically unchanged over the past couple of days. The sustained low price is fueling a construction boom in the US. The gold price is a bit weaker today at only $1,088 an ounce. The New Zealand dollar is lower today as the greenback gets its boost from their GDP data. The Kiwi dollar is back at 65.9 US cents, 90.5 Aussie cents, and at 60.4 Euro cents. The TWR is at 71. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.